Now then, I'm going to make some shelves now. The problem was I couldn't get the wood I actually wanted for it, so I had to buy floorboarding, which has got tongue and groove on it. So now I'm going to have to remove the tongue off some of the wood and then some of the grooves off some of the wood as well. So of course we've got this set up here, so hopefully we can get this job done. Now, hopefully, let's just hope that nothing goes wrong. I mean, what can go wrong? Exactly. Right, so here goes. Here goes the noisy machine again, so watch out. Well, what could go wrong? Yeah, I get covered in garbage. That's what went wrong there. Look at it. I hate this machine. What a mess. Anyway, I'll just get this checked over now. Right now, I took the grooves off 2 boards. I also took the tongues off 2 other boards. Now I'm going to split one down the middle now. So hopefully this will go right and nothing will go wrong. Okay, here goes the noise. There we go. Now we've just got to clean the mess up now. Hopefully I've got a helping hand to do that. Right then. On to the next job. Clean the edges up. Yeah. Right. Now that we've actually cut the boards that we actually need, and we've had a bit of a tidy up down here of course, the next job is running the boards along this machine, like this, to clean the edges up. When the machine's on, of course, I'm not that stupid, but the machine is noisy, so I'm not going to actually switch it on now because it is rather loud. But I think you get the idea. You just run the boards along backwards and forwards like so, and you just take off the sawed edge off it with the marks on it, and it's actually quite an easy little job. It doesn't take too long. Of course any sander would do that job actually, so I mean you don't have to have one of these belt sanders that I've turned upside down and screwed it out of the vise, and that's what it spends its life in there. Right then, so I'll carry on. I'll get all these boards finally finished off, which I haven't got that many to do now. Then after that we'll start moving on to the next job. Right now, I'm finishing the cellar now, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue them together, and all you got to do is, I've done most of this, put a line of glue along here, whoop daisy, like so. It's a thin line on the tongue. Give it a quick wipe along, like that. Then take this and join them together. Sometimes you join together no problem at all, and other times, well, let's just say they can be a little bit of a pain. Line them up at the end, come on. Yeah. And that's when the clamps come in very handy, just to give a little helping hand out. Oops, there's it, done that up a bit. There we go. You don't have to put the clamps too tight either, because if you put the clamps too tight, what will happen is the boards will bend where the joint is. It's just to hold them in place until the glue actually goes off. Come on. Right. Just get the rubber mallet. Give it a quick check before I give them the last bit tightening. Sure they're flushed. That flushed up. Gentle persuasion there. Oh. And a bit of gentle persuasion there. And there you have it. Not bad for a day's work. Cut the boards, fettled them, and now I'm getting them joined together again. So now we'll go away now and try and find the rest of the clamps now and get some more joined up. And as I said, when you catch up with me the next time, they'll all be joined up, ready for the next process. Right, last night I had a small problem with the first one I did, and I had to solve the problem. Now I'm going to show you how I solved the problem, and I'll tell you what the problem was. When I clamped these together, the very first time I did them, I clamped them really tight. When you clamp them really tight, there's a gap that runs down, because this is on the other side up. There's a gap here, and when you clamp it too hard, it pulls it together and it actually curves the board. I'll show you what I mean by that once I've showed you how I solved the problem. So, after a lot of running about the house for the boys, this is what we came up with for a solution. We got some wood, we got the little clamps, we put them on like this to protect the wood, of course, and it also helps clamp it down. Then we clamp it on this side as well. Once these clamps finally decide to grip. Right, got them. Right, keeping them pretty tight. And what this does is, across here, it flattens the boards like this, if you like. It flattens them together. So it helps. And then of course we did it down here as well. I'll show you. As I said, it was a bit of running about the house to try and get everything sorted out last night. However, the boys were willing. Right. Come on, you get it. Right. Yeah. And once I've done this, I'll show you what I mean by the ends, and I'll show you the one that went wrong. Well, the ones that went wrong last year. I've got one of them in here. See? And what that does is, it then flattens the boards back out again. Because if you don't do that, unfortunately the boards bend, and I'll show you what I mean. Right. So you see, if you clamp them too tight, you can't close that gap up, and that's what you're trying to do. And if you look just across here, you see the gap, which is similar to the gaps on here. And unfortunately when you clamp it, it actually pulls that in there, exactly what you don't want. So if you clamp it tight, that's what you end up with. You end up with a curve like this along here. It curves. And that's what I'm trying to prevent from happening. And if you look very carefully inside there, you can actually still see the glue inside. Try and limit the shadow a bit. There we go. You see the glue inside, whereas there isn't there in these ones here. And there's the glue again inside, and that's how much of a gap you've actually got. Right, I was wondering when I was going to make the big blunder. Finally made one. I've just made a whole load of work for myself, and that is, I've sanded all these down twice because of the tram lines that I put onto them when I used a new belt on the belt sander. And of course I had to put them through again and get rid of all the little tram lines that I put onto them. And then in my infinite wisdom, I finally decided, I know what, I use this hand trimmer here, which isn't a router, to actually go along and do them. But unfortunately, what it's done is, it furred up on this side because you're going against the grain. Oh, sorry, this side. And when you go against the grain, it kind of furs it up on the edge. Okay, so it means now I've got to go through and do them all over again. And of course, as I've done the main part of the flat shelf as well, guess what? Rule is, if you're going to go sanding, make sure you do all your filling, all your repair work at the end of it before you start all the sanding. Otherwise, you end up doing it like me about 3 times, which is totally unnecessary. So, let's get on with this. And let's get on with the rest of the stuff. Now, the one I made yesterday needs a quick sanding down now, because I noticed some marks where the labels used to be, and there's some other little marks on it. So we'll go downstairs to the cellar and we'll get that sanded off. Right now I'm going to cut the ends off these boards. In other words, I'm going to cut the tongue and groove off the ends of these boards. So what I'll do is, when I cut it, I'll bring the camera in for a closer look so you can see them being cut. Okay then? Right now, you see me cut the boards, you've seen me cut the tongue groove off the ends of them now. Now I'm going to take the sander here and I'm going to sand this one down and get rid of the little marks off it now. Hopefully it won't take long, so the quicker I get on with this the better. Right then, that's that job finished for now. Now, I'm going to take a well-earned rest now and get the my son's down here and we'll get this thing here moved away out of the way. Okay then? Right now, when I joined these 2 boards together, what did I find? That one is actually slightly thicker than the other. So I've decided I'm going to have to sand it down. So this time round I've put an 80 grit in this and I've got 120 across there. So once I've done that, I'll go move to the smoother one to get the job done. And this time round I'm going to use a hoover as a suction thing because it's got to be a lot more dusty, this one. So I might as well get cracking now and get on with it, otherwise it'll never get done. And as I said, this is the second board I'm having to do this, and I'm not happy about it because you would have thought that being floorboards they would have joined perfectly, but they haven't. Right, I'll get this thing on. There we are, another board done, and I have to do this with the other board for my other son's shelf because it's gotten marked as well where the label was. However, hopefully that one won't take as long. Right then, on with the next job. Okay then, now along here I've got the stop set up ready, and what I'm going to do is cut the first one and just feed them through, go to the stop, and this is for the backing boards for the shelves. So I only need 4, so I'm going to get on and I'm going to get it done now. Here goes. And that's how easy it is. Now I have to cut 4 more pieces, but these are for the angles. So I've worked it out, and I'm also going to have to trim a bit off them as well. So then I'll get cracking and get on with this. One. Should have hit stop, move right in. Yeah. The next one will want to fall off. Come on, get across there, flush up. Come on. That's it. Oops, what is it? Right, now that's enough for the angles. Now I'll make a decision whether or not I'm going to cut these though. On with the next job. Now what I'm having to do is I'm having to trim the boards down, getting ready for the angle, because they're slightly too wide. But I couldn't work it out before, and I knew they've got to be wide, but well, tough luck. Anyway, so I'm going to get on with this now. There we go, another job done. Well, now I've given myself a nice problem. I've got to cut this. And I know what you're thinking, you've got plenty of room to cut this. No, I haven't, because I've got to cut it like this. And unfortunately, even moving this around here isn't going to help, because all it's going to do is just move the whole thing as it is now, except like that, at that angle. So anyway, off to the table saw, I think, for this one, and let's see if I can rig up the wooden sledge I made. Right, okay then, I have figured out how to do this. What I'm going to do is, I've got these pieces of wood on here. This goes in here like so, right, just like this, and imagine this is in here, and I'll show you what the next move is. Then, holding out the wood, I'm going to push through like this, all the way through till it cuts it at the right angle. Now, this is the piece I want on this side. So I'm now going to place this inside here. I'm going to leave this recording. Don't worry about this, this is just to stop me sticking my hands in it the way of the blade in case I get carried away. Now, I'm going to start this one on recording now. And here goes. Out the way of the blade. I'll do the first one, then I'm going to switch off and go away and check it. Now we'll go away and we'll check it now. And here goes. Out the way of the blade. I'll do the first one, then I'm going to switch off and go away and check it. There we go, absolutely perfect. Just what I wanted. So now we can go ahead and cut the rest. Okay then, it was this side I actually wanted on the wood and not this side. This is for the other shelf. It'll have to be trimmed down a bit as well because it'll be too big. Thought there was something strange. I thought it should have fitted better than what he did, and I'm thinking, it can't be right. Is it the other piece? And it was the other piece. Okay, my fault, me bad. Right, let's get this camera rolling, get this machine switched on, and let's go. Right. Oh, what is it there? Well, that was easy. Now let's just hope nothing else goes wrong. Ah well, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Right. Oh, what is it there? Well, I made the decision. I'm going to actually fill the gaps in on the bottom side of it. I wasn't going to bother, but well, the whole job itself is going pretty well, so I thought, why not? May as well. So all I'm doing is where the groove, what do you call them again? I don't know what you'd call them. They're, anyway, the gaps under here. I'm actually going to fill these in. I wasn't going to bother actually doing that, but as I say, the job's going very well, and so well, why not? And I'm just putting plenty on. I don't care if it gets all over the wood on this side, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them all a quick lineage off downstairs. I'll have to do it anyway to tidy them up before I actually build them up into their backing plates, which I haven't got here. So I'm not that much bothered how much I get on them. And I'm just going to carry on and get all this done. I might as well do the other ones ready for the other shelf, so I'll do them as well at the same time. And I'll just get them done now. So if you leave me to it, I'll get the job done. Okay then. Well then, here we go then. On with the next job, fettling down the ones I did yesterday. We are the goo on now. Wood filler in other words. And I've decided to splash out today, and I'm going to use a new belt. Making sure you put it on the right way around. Yes, there is a right way and a wrong way to put these belts on. And if you put them on the wrong way around, they don't last as long. Now, before I switch this machine on, I'm going to switch off the camera, because it makes that much noise. It's unbelievable the noise that comes through on the actual camera itself. So I'm going to get on and get this done, because today that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be doing all the fettling, cleaning up. I've got some boards upstairs that need doing. I'm going to get them all out the way, ready for the next job, which is marking up where all the holes are going to be then. Okay, I'll get on and get this done. Now, I've done all these here. Even these ones here, I've done them as well. I know they have to be actually cut, but it doesn't matter. I'll get them done now. Now, I was surprised actually how quick it took with the new belt. So I put an old one back on again. Because what's happened is the new belt, and this is why I hate using new belts, they actually leave like tram lines on the wood. So now I'm going to try taking them off. So I'm going to do one, and I'm going to show you what it's like doing it, and I'm also going to show you how noisy this machine is. And this is the Energizer. We got this out of Screwfix. Yeah, it was Energizer out of Screwfix. It was cheap, about £35 I think it was, and it's done over a year now. It's well, definitely coming up for 2 years. So I'm surprised it lasted as long as what it has. And I'm not bothered, that's what they do. I mean, it wouldn't matter if I bought a DeWalt, Makita, whatever. It's going in here, it's going upside down, and that's where it lives in there for the rest of its life. So anyway, I'm going to actually show you now what I've been doing, and you get to hear the machine. Because once I've done this one here, I'm now going to go away after that, and I'm going to buy myself a set of ear protectors. I've had enough. The ringing of this machine is unbelievable. So if you've got headphones on now and you're listening to this, good luck to you. Because I'm going to switch it on now. Once I find that little button. And it is. It is. Satisfied how noisy it is? I'm not doing any more now. I'm going to order some ear defenders now. I've had enough. Okay then, I'll go away and order them up now then, ready for tomorrow. Now, what I've been doing is I've been working out the best way to actually mark up for the holes, where all the holes are going to be for the screws. Now, what I found was the best way was to make a small template and then clamp it into place, which clamp this here, clamp on this side so you can see better. Alright, clamp that into place there. There is a pencil line on here just to mark where it's actually going. Check it with a square, make sure it's square, which it isn't, just you know. Let's go that way a bit. Off the pencil line, I see. Slacken this off a bit more. Look at the pencil line. There we are. Because we've got a pencil line marked up on this side, exactly where it's to be. Then check it with a square, make sure it's square, which it is. Then you take your drill, and you drill down. Doing this one a bit close to the clamp, never mind. That's it. And with the same piece, do this off. Then I've already pre-done this one. Just move that out of the way. Right. You then put this on top of there. You use the blue clamp and you clamp it and you drill it on there. And just to prove to you that it is in the right spot, move. If I bring this right up to the edge here, you'll be able to see. So what I'll do now is I shall bring the camera in closer so you can see it. And if you can see that, them holes are basically in perfect alignment with each other. I know it's hard to see exactly what it's like, and I'm not too sure if this will come out on the camera, but they're in alignment. So when the screws come through for the top side, when they come through, they'll marry up with them holes there absolutely perfectly. And then after that, I'll wear a bit of glue on it and that'll. Now, I'm just going to start countersinking all these holes into place, because these are the top of the shelf. Sure it's deep enough. One there, that's a bit more. And this one here is a little bit more. That's it, done. And that is how simple that is. And after I've done all these, I'll show you how I do it on the pillar drill downstairs for all the backing plates. Okay then, on with the countersinking. Although we had a little problem last night, two in fact. One, I had the light set up wrong. I had it set over there, and unfortunately that was wrong because it put too much light over here and you couldn't see anything. And the other problem was I broke the chair that I normally sit on, so now I'm having to sit on a Black & Decker Workmate. I'm not bothered with the chair being broken. I did find it outside in the back street, so it was free anyway and it was on the way out. That's why it was in the back street. Right, this is how we actually countersink using the pillar drill, so I'll just show you how it's done. that's how it's done, that easy. So, on with the next job now, I guess, which will be getting ready to join the boards up, I'm afraid to say. Well, actually, I'm good to say that. That's what I've been waiting for, to start getting it all joined up. So anyway, I have now decided, the last time I tried using this trimmer, not a router, it's a hand trimmer, and it's not supposed to take off a little bit, which exactly is what I've done. I've only took off a little bit. But unfortunately I've created a bit more work for myself, but so what. But the last time I tried this out, as I was saying, it ended in disaster. It didn't work. The wood itself was too soft, and all as this did, it just made a mess. It furred it up, it just didn't do it. So anyway, this time round, because I'm using a harder wood, I thought I'll try, see if it's going to work. And it has worked, so I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how it actually works then, right, to see what I'm doing. Although, as I said, I've created myself a little bit more work by doing this. No face mask, no ear defenders. Right, let's hope we're plugged in. Yeah, and that's how easy that is. See, nice little ledge. Now I'll flip it over and do the other side. So to stop the noise, I'll get this job finished off, right? I'm also going to be doing round these. I'm only going down, round and up there, and it'll make the job look a lot better, and I'll decide whether or not I'm going to do the actual shelves themselves. Where's the off switch? There it is. Okay then, I shall get on. Finally, we're ready for the assembly. So what I'm going to do now is run a few screws through here, which are 50 by 5. It's just to help line it up when I start putting it together. You'll see. A little further back. And out. There's a slight problem with that, I must admit. Drag it the button. Alright. The bit we've all been waiting for, the final bit. That's all lining up. Could have went better. Now, the next bit. Put a drop of glue on this. I mean a drop. Otherwise it comes squeezing out everywhere. Just a thin line. That's all you need. Need no more than that. Put any more on, it'll just get wasted, trust me. Now, and the sanding, that actually went very quickly, believe it or not. I thought it was going to take a bit longer, but it didn't. It was actually pretty quick. Right. This, like this. Right. Well, see, the other screw there is to stop it from spinning off. Right. Right. See, tiny little bit of glue came through. I only put a little drop in there. Right, this bit here. Huh. Right then, that's that job done. Now the next job is put some glue across here and lift this up and put the screws through onto that side. Before we do that, I'm going to line up some screw holes first with this. Now, how do I know if I want it through or not? I don't, to be honest with you. A bit further. Yeah. I'll be sweating a lot with this impact tonight. Right, put this one through. It's okay, screw holes are on the green thing, not on the table. The screws are 50 by 5 screw tight, very cheap, they're not an expensive screw, but you get a lot of value for your money off them. I must admit, same again, don't put a lot of glue on it, it's not worth it. Right, now we lift this up on its edge, so, over a bit, take this, move the pencil out of the way, right, it should line up, and so far so good it is. Right, so hopefully that'll go straight in. Hey, hey! Right, give us a quick check, make sure it's square. Much to my amazement, it's actually working. Pretty square, just up a little bit. Drop a little touch. What is it? No, according to that, that's where it's to be. So that's it. It's where it's going. There we are. Put in 2 more screws, and that should be it. No, it's not that. Wow. Watching the don't belt the camera like I did last night. Yeah. Now I'll just bring you in for a closer look just now. I'll just wipe off some of that glue. And then that means I can go on and get the whole lot done now. Have a quick look at this now. Now then, if they're all as easy as this to actually make, then in that case then I've no problem. And all this cutting and all this sanding and everything is just to prepare to get them to that stage there, and that's basically it. They're made and ready to go on the wall once I do them all, and I'll get on and get them all done. And then, well, I think it'd look a lot better if we could stick it on the wall rather than leaving it sitting on the table. So I think the next job is, let's just stick it on a wall. Now then, here is the shelf in place now. As you can see, quite a long shelf all the way from one end to the other. If we look, there we are, should be level, you can see that. Pull it back, look at it along the length again. And I'll show you it from a angle in here. And I know the shelf is to be stained up and finished off, but I just thought I'd show you the shelf as it stands in place now. And it is only held in by 3 screws, that's it. So there you are, shelf in place. Right, quick summing up. Would I build shelves again? Yes, I will. And I will do them different. The sanding definitely I'm leaving till the very last and then do it. Because it was just too much. There was no need for all that sanding, to be honest with you. The marking I would do slightly different as well. I did put one of the brackets on slightly squint. That's going to have to come off and that's going to have to get sorted. But, oh well, that's just one small thing like that, so that's no big deal. And of course, if you're ever thinking about making your own shelves or buying shelves and you look at the price tag on them, you think, wow, they're expensive. Until you have to start making them, you don't realise the amount of work that's involved in that to get them to that stage. I enjoy doing it because it keeps my brain occupied, because I've got other things to do. You see, I have to go to a day centre, I've got kids to look after, I've got a house to run, and I've got them boys which I'm pretty dependent on to actually carry a lot of stuff around. So it takes me quite a while to actually make a recording. However, it's done now, and as I said, to buy shelves, they are expensive, and to buy a shelf that size would cost an absolute fortune. And this is why I used floorboarding wood to actually do it, because it is actually quite cheap and it's a good solid wood to actually work with. I found the other woods that I was using, this stuff here, for example, this thick stuff, which was too thick. This was last year's one, and this stuff here is a bit thin, and I had actually, when I put one of these up, I actually cracked the one, because I over tightened it and actually cracked. So I thought, right, I'll improve the wood, and it has worked this time, so I would do it again. It's slightly expensive, but as I said, to buy that wood, cost you a sheer fortune if you were to buy that size of wood to actually do the job. So anyway, I hope in some ways I've helped you with your projects. If you decide to do something like this, you can learn from slightly some of my mistakes that I've done, and I hope in some ways what you're doing turns out as good as what I did, if not better even. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll have to wait till the next video, and I have no idea what I'm going to be doing in that one. So anyway, bye and thanks for watching.